Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and today we are looking at Phase Mutant by BLEASS. And it's pretty cool. But first, we're going to kick off with this week's featured artist. It is none other than Thomas Gillane. This is One Thing I Can Do. Let's do it, shall we? Boom. Boom.
Every so often a drama occurs. Close your blue eyes as the truth unfurls. We've been led astray to a cliff-sided hill. Now it's out of our hands, we can't do a thing. One thing we can do is sing. My thoughts make me weak. I think I should go back to sleep. And we know what awaits us down below. It's the end, my friend. Now it's time to go. No prophet around that could split the sea. I wish you were here next to me. But it's out of my hands and I can't do a thing. One thing I can do is sing. The evening is cloaked in symphony. And if I'm honest, there's no place I'd rather be. When you burn twice as bright, you'll last half as long. And I have burned brighter than our own sun. It's out of my hands and I can't do a thing. The one thing I can do is sing. While I'm wide awake, my thoughts make me weep. I think I should go back to sleep. Not a word has been said, but love is still fair. When it's out of our hands, another thing can be done. We agreed that we burst into song. Well, the moment is now, so let's make it count. I hope I will see you around. as long as money. I fear that my victories will go up in flame. There's one silver lining that adds all the world. That the ashes will fall down and feed the earth. You reap what you sow, I did what I could, and the future will bear the fruit. What once was in my hands, I gave to you. I'm going up into the blue.
That was Thomas Gillane, One Thing I Can Do. What an awesome song. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. My name's Jade. This is How to App on iOS. Yes, Thomas Gillane is our featured artist for this week. I've got 2 more songs of his to play this week. He's an amazing artist. There is a link in the top of the chat to go and click, and you can check out all of his stuff, yeah? Amazing artist, amazing artist. I can't say more than that, can I? Hello, I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. It is Tuesday here in Australia, Monday for the rest of you living in the past. And on this show, what do we do every day? We look at apps. We look at creating music, videos, all this kind of stuff, mental health and well-being, interviews with amazing artists. And on the weekend, I do a live performance myself. Alrighty, let's say hello to the folks in the chat, and then we'll go into some news and stuff and things, and then we'll get into today's feature app. Yes, indeed, he do. Hello to Thomas Christ. Doug Kidder, hello. I hope you're doing well. Gregory O'Sullivan. Dave Fox, hello to you. Russ8889, see you next Tuesday. Indeed, the Chandler brothers, Sean and Patrick, are in the house. Boom. What's Hippie say? Boom. Yeah, boom. Who else is here in the house? Lord of the Seven Strings. Thank you very much for being a big fan, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. Cold Acres here. What the hell is going on? Damn the big cold fish. What am I saying? Losing the plot. Already it's early and I'm yelling and carrying on at 8 a.m. Look, Tremor Bear is here as well. Hey, Tremor Bear. Yeah. Hello, Ed B. Metal. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you all. I don't think I missed anyone else out of the list there. Reposition this mic and stuff. Did I miss somebody? Let's have a look. I think I've got everyone. I think so. I'll scroll down the list. Boom, 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 boom. What do you say, hippie? Boom. Boom. Awesome. Cool. All right. Let's cover a couple of things that we normally do each show. So we've got a really cool interview coming up on the show this week. Yeah. Really cool. Been wanting to interview this person for a long time. Let's bring him up. Here is the thumbnail. Happy Ron Hill is coming on the show this week for an interview. Super cool stuff. He's an amazing artist, an autistic artist who just makes just the most delightful, happy, cheery songs and just does so much for so many people to brighten up people's lives. He's a really cool artist, and I really can't wait to find out more about who he is. Yeah? Look, you like my little avatar? It's getting more creative as we go on. I am working my ass off on thumbnails and stuff these days, folks. Oh, yeah. Boom. Let's get over here and look at today's price drops and stuff. That's the wrong page. So, Galileo Organ 2 is on sale from $14.99 to $5.99. It is a really cool organ app. If you like playing with your organ, you'll love it. Boom. Yeah. A bit of organ play. Everybody loves playing with their organ, don't they? No, it's a really cool app. Totally worth your time. It does have in-app purchases, because you can tell by that because it has a little star next to the price tag. So, but there are extra sounds and stuff like that, but it comes with a whole bunch of really cool sounds. All of these session band apps are all still on sale, worth your time. $3.99, $2.99 USD. I've done one show on one of these, the blues one, but pretty much all of them are the same. So if you want to go back and have a look at that, you could see that. Just look for Session Band Blues, Jade, Starr. And they're like a generative app that creates, like, as you can see here, there's jazz, drums, acoustic guitar, jazz, funk, deep house, jazz one, piano, original jazz. There's like rock. There's heaps of really cool styles in there as well. Anyway, that is price drops for today. What are we looking at for today's featured app? We can come back here. We are looking at a brand new BLEASS app, and it's really, really cool. It is called BLEASS Phase Mutant. What it is an FM synthesizer for your any kind of input. Yeah, so normally you get a FM synthesizer, and it comes with a keyboard, and it's a synth essentially. This is an effects rack that mimics pretty much the oscillators that are in an FM synth. So you can put your vocals through it, you can put guitar through it, drums, you can put whatever you want through it. Very innovative, yeah? So BLEASS released their Omega, Alpha, which one was it? One of them. I think it's... What was the last one they released? I can't even remember. Alpha, Omega, I think it was. There it is, Omega. So within Omega... There it is. Here's Omega. So within this, they put in this FM... This was an FM synth. And here is their algorithm. And what they did was they took this algorithm out and they created their own separate app for like vocals and stuff like that. So it's really ace. The price you saw just there, it is $6.99. Yes, USD. All right, let's jump in and have a play with it, shall we? I'm going to play with it a whole bunch of different ways today. We're going to open it up first as a standalone version, if I can find it. There it is there. This is Phase Mutant. Now, when you open it up as a standalone, it's a little bit different than the AUv3 version, because it is AUv3. You can use it with GarageBand. You can use it with any DAW you like. Remember, whichever DAW you choose as your own is good. A DAW is a DAW is a DAW is a DAW, unless it's a window. All right. So it's a little bit different than the AUv3, because up the top here, you have this section where you can actually import samples. And you've got a whole bunch of samples that you can play.
Ah, yeah. Oh, pretty baby. I'm turning into Michael Jackson. Yeah.
And if you move... Don't know what happened there. If you move forward, you get there's a bass sound. There's also some drums, piano, acoustic guitar, some vocals, some synth pads, some pads, a bit of sax. Boom. Synth up. And some electric guitars. So you can import anything you like in here as well too. You can hit this little folder, and look at this. You can drag anything in here. This is the standalone version. We can cancel that. So I've just opened this up to give you a rundown of where everything is, so you know where everything is. And we'll run through some of the presets in here, and then we'll jump in and do some of the groovy stuff. So let's start off with grabbing, say, some drums. And we'll hit, let's run through some of the controls here. So the way this works is the main section of this, there are 3 algorithms, and they are found over here in the left-hand top corner. And displayed by this wonderful graphic here. And if you click on it, you get a larger display in the middle. Now, what these pictures are telling you, this little wave file, this is the actual, this is the oscillator. Man, get my head together. That is the oscillator. And what is the oscillator, you ask? That is this section here. That is what creates the FM synthesis sound. So these 6 buttons that I'm kind of dragging my mouse around. So with this particular algorithm, the oscillator is modulating whatever sound you are putting in. in the next section, the sound that we are putting in is modulating the oscillator, this here. And the final algorithm is the sound you are putting in is being modulated by itself. So you'll notice all of these are grayed out. You can't actually use them. You can turn the knobs, but they don't make any difference. So these are the three algorithms, and you get three very different sounds from using these. Let's show you an example just by going to we'll go to the second one and just hit play on these drums. And we'll turn this stuff up. Okay, so let's tell you a little bit about the oscillator and how it works. So you have an attack and release, pretty standard stuff that most of you will know about. Your attack and release. You have a ratio here. Now what this is, it's almost like a pitch shifter, yeah? So basically, it's a 1-to-1 here, so it's pretty much standard in the middle. But when you turn it all the way to the end, it raises, so it goes up 3 octaves. So this 8.1 is up 3 octaves. And when you go down, it's down 3 octaves. Okay, so that is your ratio. And here is your waveform. So you can see as I turn this around, the waveform changes, sine wave, you know, your squares, your triangles, all this kind of stuff. So you can change your waveform through there. Down the bottom here is a fine tune. So you can look at that kind of like semitones here compared to your octaves here. So you can fine tune things in here, and you have a stereo width. So in the middle, when you double click it at 0, it's just normal. And if you pump it up, you'll get a really big, wide stereo sound. Hello, Timothy. Welcome to the show. Anyone else that I may have missed? Also, now with this algorithm over here, the sound that is coming in, so what's coming in here first, you can actually track this. So if you've got a stereo track that's coming in, you can choose to track only the left side, the right side, or both sides. So you can actually only track from the left or from the right. And this smooth button here, in short, smooths out everything that's going on here with these 6 buttons, these 6 knobs. Over here, you have an intensity. Now, this is where things get very intense. You have a light, medium, and extreme. You can't really go into this and find out what's going on. It's an algorithm, but you'll hear what happens when I play around with it, how crazy things can get. Obviously, the big button over here is the amount of effect that you are piling onto this. Over here, you have of course, you've got a filter. So you have a filter over here, a cutoff filter. Pretty basic stuff, self-explanatory. You have a gain knob, and you also have a dry and wet mix. What is awesome, hello Pete Johns, what's always awesome about BLEASS's apps too is their LFOs. So if you click over here to the next tab, you have the pretty much standard LFO that you find in a BLEASS app. And you can see they're already running, flicking away, doing their thing. And like all BLEASS apps, so you've got 2 targets. So here's one target here, and you can click on this and send your LFO virtually anywhere you like. Send it to your ratio. So now if we head over here to our ratio and we turn this up, turn the volume up, you'll see we've got movement over here. So that's what an LFO does, folks. You send an LFO to another part of your app, and it creates motion. So it creates movement. And you can do that with, you've got 2 slots for your LFO. You've got fine, free speed, resolution, or you can lock it into the beat. You've got 2 of these LFOs to do whatever you want. You can change, your waveform, all that jazz. You've got an envelope over here with 2 targets as well that you can send anywhere you like. Really cool stuff. And lastly, you have a sequencer. that you can send anywhere you like as well. So this is a step sequencer, and you can create your own step sequences like this. And down here, you can actually change the shape of these. So I want to bring this down. I want to make this square. So there we go. We can pull this one up. And then you can send this to somewhere like your waveform. Give it some amount. And you'll notice when we hit play now on these drums, things are starting to get a little bit weird. So this is just gone from a typical drum beat to mayhem. Let's change the algorithm where the oscillator is modulating the sound coming in. So that's a rundown of whoa, man, what's going on? This thing's mad. As usual with BLEASS apps, stop that. You have a random button up here, the dice. You can click the dice whenever you want, and it'll create something absolutely random. Let's do it. We'll change instruments. We'll change to a piano. Whoa. So that's come from this sound here. If we change this algorithm here too, so you can see these intensity buttons really give you more control. Let's hit the randomizer. Give us something fancy. Whoa. We're in hell now. So you also have, it's R2-D2 playing piano. Awesome stuff. So you also have a whole bunch of presets, yeah? Let's change the sound. We'll run through some presets. I like that. Absolutely, Thomas Christ. Anything can be a robot. See you later, Timothy. Have a good day. That's nice, isn't it? How nice is that one? So we've added this really nice layer of like bass to it. So that's the original sound. We can actually take that lower with the ratio over here. Get that a sub. Get that sub going on. by changing the waveform. So you could essentially go in here to the LFO, slow this right down to about there, and we'll send this over to the waveform. And now you can see we've automated this waveform give it some stereo. How cool is that? All right, so that's a standalone. You kind of got an idea of how everything works. Let's jump over and we'll clear this from our list. And we'll jump into AUM where I have a few little projects to run through of some things, some stuff and things. Let's bang some drums in here, shall we? Yeah, boogie woogie. So I've got this set to a default and let's just play around with it. I want to first choose an algorithm. I'm going to choose the second one. So remember, by these pitches, the drums are modulating the oscillator here. Let's lock in this LFO and send it to this fine tune. So now this fine tune over here is kind of skipping up those little semitones. We can send in this LFO here, slow this down a bit. We'll send this over to the amount. And we've got a whole sequencer here to play with that we can send to the waveform, yeah? Let's change out the algorithm and watch the difference. So by messing around with the algorithms, you're going to get a whole lot of different sounds. We've also got a bass line in here. So I'm using Sample Whiz. kill the drums for a second. Let's see what we can do with these bass. Yeah. That's awesome all of a sudden. Like anything, experimentation is your friend, because FM synth is really cool and very, very touchy, right? It's the one thing about FM synth. You really don't have to sit there and just turn the knobs super wide to get, really fast to get interesting sounds. It's a very touchy form of synthesis. I'm going to pull these out for a second. And I'm going to play one of the new tracks from my Utensils album, which are made with space fields. So it's an ambient, soundscapey kind of thing. Let's hit play on it. And let's see what we can do with this. Let's change up some of the sounds with it. You know there's going to be some crazy shit with this. So again, I've got everything just set to default. Let's give it some amount up here. I'm going to change the algorithm instantly. Hear that? I changed the algorithm to number 2, so the input is modulating the oscillator. And already that kick in of bass there. Let's get that modulating, yeah? So we can head over here to our LFO. Slow this down a bit. We want to send this to our ratio. Awesome, how's that? So if we move this a little bit, now it's all doing it by itself, yeah? And just by changing the waveform up, it's lacking. Let's add a little bit of Altezza, just to give it some atmosphere. Now with the sequencer, you have a whole lot more places you can send this. Look at all these places you can send this to. You can send this to the LFO, so we could send this to the LFO amount of number 1. And now, we're actually, you can see over here with this LFO, that is now being controlled by this sequencer. You can connect as many things to as many things to as many things to as many things. It's wicked. turn up the randomness as well of this. So with this sequencer as well, you can change the length of the sequencer. Currently it's set to 8. We can make it 14. 16 is the longest it can go up to. We'll leave it at 8 for now. You can change the resolution. How fast you want it to go. So you can change the speed. Let's send this to the cutoff. Give it some volume. And you can see here's our cutoff here. And if we go dry wet now, just make this completely wet. This is the sound that it's actually generating. And here's our dry mix. Let's turn up the intensity. Things just got crazy. So we'll go back to the other algorithm here. And you can hear totally different effect coming through. We'll give this a bit of extreme. Again, so essentially now the oscillator is now modulating the actual input. Good times. Let's smooth this over. It'll restart in a second. Because I have this on a loop. I'll show you what it sounds like when you use the third algorithm. So with this one, let's just lower the volume. So with this one, the actual input is modulating the input. So it's modulating itself. So all of these are not included. The oscillator is now off. All you really have is the stereo button here. And you have the envelope and sequencer, which, you know, you can use the amount. You've got this intensity as well. So you can get some really interesting sounds. By doing this. Okay, what we shall do. Thomas Christ says, I really want the Mac version, but it's like $30. I know, right? What can you do? What can you do? Well, there is a Mac version. So with all BLEASS apps that going forward, it looks like they are doing Mac, iOS, and Windows. So If you head over to bleass.com, you can find more information about that. Let's jump in and open up one more project here. And then I'll let you guys go for the day. Which one do I want? We'll do this one, I think. So with this project, what I've done is I've set up, look at all this stuff I've set up. So I have a whole bunch of versions running of another BLEASS app, BLEASS Sample Wiz, which I'll be doing a show on this week because they have a whole bunch of brand new in-app purchases available, which are, man, really cool sounds, and you'll probably hear some of them in this little demonstration. But what I have set up here is, so 4 copies, 4 units of BLEASS Sample Wiz, and that is connected to Euclidean. Then I have an extra one here, this one here, for a bass line, and that is connected to Zoa. So there is Zoa. Let's refresh this, and we'll bring this down to a half. And then on the end, I have some drums. And in each of these, I have a copy of Phase Mutant. So let's bring things in individually so we can hear what goes on. And we'll try and create something, and then we'll get out of here. Hello, Marquee Effects. So one thing you'll notice here, we are on currently with this algorithm, we're on number 2, where the input is modulating the oscillator. Notice what happens when I play this. And we take out the make it a dry mix. You can hear the instrumentation. And when we start bringing in the wet, when I turn it all the way up, you can no longer hear the dry. But let's have a look at the first algorithm. So this is the oscillator modulating the input. And you'll notice, as I turn up the effect, the wet effect, you can still hear the actual original dry. So there's something really cool. Let's shut that off. We'll bring all these in at the end and hopefully it'll make something cool. That's nice. We'll leave that like that. Oh, I have an idea. So what I've done here is I've set up an LFO, nice slow LFO, over here to this ratio. So we're moving around the octave. Give it a bit of distortion. Okay, Okay, what's in this one? So let's see what happens when we introduce this. How nice is that? A bit of sub in there. So our last one here. This is our bass line. This is controlled by Zoa. You can hear the difference of the drums there big time. So also what you've got here in the presets, just to show you, all your presets here, they are organized into sections at the bottom. So you've got experimental, sequence, drums, vocals. So if we hit drums, you've got a whole bunch of these. Let's hit play. That's cool. absolutely lots of fun to be had with this app. It is amazing to be able to have FM synthesis on anything. So you can add a vocal to this if you want as well, really easily. So let's just do this before we go. We'll just chuck on a vocal. See you later, Doug. Hope you have a wonderful one. I'm going to put hardware input. Grab a microphone from over here. Hopefully this works. I've got the microphone in a new position. And we'll add BLEASS Phase Mutant to this. Hey, 1, 2, ow. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Well. Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I sound like a didgeridoo. Cool. Who knew I could add FM synthesis to my voice? That's really cool. See if we can. Let's add a sequencer to this. Pretty cool, huh? Wow. Wow. So yeah, not only can you use this amazing FM synthesis app on your instrumentation. Any input, as I said, anything you want to put into it. Brilliant app, $6.99. BLEASS just keep coming up with insane apps, man. Like, I don't know what to say. Really cool. Remember, though, apps aren't Pokemon, and you don't need to collect them all. Collect it if you think it's going to help you in your creative space. That is the most important thing after all. You know, if it helps you to create amazing things, then it's the way to go. All right, that's about it for today. I will be dropping a daily digest today on this app. So it'll be a nice short version for those who don't want to watch this whole hour-long show. Only goes for about 15 minutes. It's nice, quick, succinct, and it's got everything covered in that. So that'll be happening soon in the next couple of hours. That'll drop. What is happening tomorrow on the show? I can tell you right now on the show tomorrow, we are looking at another really, really cool app, which is called Popsicle. So we're looking at Popsicle FX tomorrow. And this thing is really, 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 really cool. Those odd people out there, you mean? Yes, exactly. The odd people like you and me. Dave. People like short form stuff, and I like making them. So there's going to be 3 short form videos this week on the channel. So this is happening tomorrow. Popsicle FX. It is really cool. By the way, also, folks, what just dropped today, finally, is my new EP. Here it is here. So it's available in 2 places now. It is available on Bandcamp here, the new Utensils album called Eadgbe. E-A-D-G-B-E. Yes. And it is now available over here on the all of the streaming services, on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Tidal, all the stuff, all the places, Amazon, Bandcamp, you can see it's all there. Links are in the description. There is also, before we go, I'll let you know, how's this? There is also, if I can find it, can I find it in amongst all these pictures? There's new merch. There's new How to App merch, if you'd like to buy any of that. So that is in the description as well. I have a couple of these on the way. I'll be displaying them next week. And I can also let you know I have a new piece of hardware coming, which I'm very excited about. And hopefully we'll have it by the end of the week. Very, very cool indeed. It will be my new audio interface that will take over from my iRig. I'm moving my iRig over to my bed where I work a lot of the time when I'm not feeling well. So I'm going to move the iRig Pro Duo over there as my bed interface. I know, right? Who's got a bed interface? That's so weird. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please hit the like on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you're watching on the replay. We'll be back tomorrow for another daily live stream. And do the things that make you happy, yeah, folks? Remember, mistakes make you better, and we shall all rise together. And I will see you tomorrow. Get ready for the daily digest that will drop in the next couple of hours. Bada bing, bada boom. And I'll see you tomorrow.